Every week, organizations are signing contracts with vendors they don't really understand. This governance gap isn't just about data privacy, it's about liability, exit rights, whether the vendor can use your data to train their models. Most organizations have nobody checking all of this. Proper vendor assessment takes time. Well, it used to. First thing you need to do, download the desktop app. This is the easiest way to use Claude Code. And you'll see that here's the desktop app. You've got chat, co-work, loads of videos on co-work, and you've also got code. No videos on code. This is the first one. Really, really helpful. Claude Code is Claude's really outstanding programming tool. And you can prompt it to generate code for you, to generate apps, to generate web pages. It's really powerful. And it feels like, if you feel like you don't have any coding experience, etc., a bit like me, you can use Claude Code to start building out projects. Now, there are some limitations, but for the things that we're going to show you today, it's really good, works really well. Let's jump in. First thing we're going to do, you're in Claude Code, you need to set up create a new session. And what you need to do is down here is select a file. And what I've done is gone and created a file on my computer. So I keep all of my both Claude Co-work projects and Claude Code projects on OneDrive so that I can access it from any of my computers. So I've created a file. It's empty. There you go. Nothing in it yet. I've called it AI Vendor Assessment. We're going to select that folder. So now there it is, everything that Claude produces will be placed into that folder. As simple as that. Setup's really quite simple. And yeah, so now we're into, let's start coding. Okay, so once you're all set up, you can just jump into it. Now I've created a prompt, and all this will be down below, but let me show you the prompt just so that you can see it. I want to build a browser-based AI vendor assessment tool for senior business leader. Before you write a single line of code, I want you to plan this with me and confirm you understand what it needs to do. The tool should allow the user to enter the AI vendor's name and paste in relevant information, their terms of service, data processing agreements, product documentation. Then the tool analyzes the text and produces a scored governance assessment. It's going to look at data residency, training data use, liability terms, data breach notification, exit rights, third-party sub-processors, disclosures, regulatory compliance. For each criterion, the tool should give a red, amber, or green rating. The top of the output include a single overall risk rating. The interface should be clean and professional, dark background, white text. Do not build anything yet. Tell me your plan for building and ask me if there's anything that you would change. Okay, so that is the prompt I popped in here. Let's run it. So it's asked me some questions. I'm sorry, I turned off the recording. So I should have had it, but it said, how should the tool actually analyze the pasted text? And I said, real AI analysis. It did offer me sort of keywords and those sorts of things, but that was the recommended. What should the user be able to feed on? And it gave me a choice of things and I selected them all. So paste text, upload a PDF, fetch from a URL. And should the finished assessment be saved or shared? And I said, build in a download a PDF button. Sorry. It asked me those questions in a very nice sort of tick box way, which I went through, but didn't have recording on. I'm sorry about that. I'll try and do better. So here we go. The vendor assessment folder is empty, so it's in a clean state, so they can always start working. Got what I need. And it's going to reuse my existing API key, which is good. Cost is a few pennies per assessment. So I've asked Claude to always give me a cost because I found that if I'm using the APIs significantly, it can run up cost quite significantly. For each criteria, red, amber, green chip. Ask server. Going to create some templates. It's going to put some guidance, not legal advice. AI can be wrong. And it's found a clash. So it's going to put it in a different port. Before I build anything, does this match what you had in mind specifically? Happy with it, run it local approach. If I want it so what you can do is run it on your local system. If you want to then go off and create it into either an app or a web-based system that you can put on your website so multiple people can use it, then you can do that. But for this demonstration, I'm going to run it on my local system. Add any security certifications angle or keep the exact 7. Anything in the output structure or wording you change. It's asking me these questions, and I'm going to say, I've said this all looks fine, only need a local build for now. And off it goes. Allow Claude Code to run check environment file. So this is checking for my API keys, which sit in a specific file. Now, as you will see, Claude will keep coming back and asking me to do things that can get a bit frustrating because it's constantly asking. You can change that. You can change the parameters. I've left it in for this demonstration, but usually there is a set of skills you can use that reduce the amount of times that Claude asks you things. I'll put information about that in the pack down below. So it is asking me again, can Claude use the PowerShell? Absolutely. So it ran a file and got an error. So it goes back and tries again. That's the really cool thing about Claude Code, or Codex does exactly the same on ChatGPT. This isn't specific for Claude Code, but now when they get things wrong, they go back and try things. So it's now using the PowerShell. We're 4 minutes in, but I will keep record on so I don't mess up anything like I did before. I'll keep record on, but I'll cut out some of the sat there waiting bits because this can take some time. Wow. So it has basically produced our vendor assessment. This is what it looks like right now. Still working. We've got a basic tool here. 6 minutes in, we've got a basic tool. Not tried it yet. Still working. Okay, so now we have create 7 files, verified end-to-end real test assessment, run against your API key, came back correctly. So it created the tool, then it did a test, which is really cool. What's been built, the AI vendor assessment, mirroring your Professor app so it launches in the same way. So that's the app, which is made of Python. The brain, again, Python. And then the templates, we can change that if we wanted to. How to run it, double click the start.bat in the folder, then open localhost 5001. Run a short sample blurb and it worked. Reads only what you paste in. Small disclaimer on every report. And then it has the export buttons. It's set to Claude Sonnet 4.6, which is good quality and relatively low cost. Change it if I wanted to. Want me to launch it now so you can click through to the real assessment? Would you rather drive it yourself from the start.bat? Let's drive it ourselves. So in the vendor assessment, and we've got our start batch file. It's loading. Do not use this as a production deployment, which is fine. Let's have a look and see if we've got actually got it. Let's use Edge so it doesn't get in the way of all my. I use Chrome basically. Let's have a look. There it is. So on translation. Now, of course, you could go in, you could change the colors, you could add all sorts of different things. And Claude doesn't write perfect code every time. So here's the full source code. Now, it won't be perfect. But it's better than I could have done by hand, that's for sure. So let's test it out. We'll call this Acme AI. I'm going to paste some text in, and this is taken from a publicly available data processing agreement for AI platform services. So I haven't made it up, taken it from an organization's data processing agreement, but taken their name out of it. Let's do an assessment of the vendor. And now it's using the API to put this into Claude to make a decision against all of those criteria that I set off. And we should have a response in a few seconds. And here is my response. So you get a medium risk. So Acme AI's DPA contains a reasonable baseline of protections, but carries several material risks. And it goes through data residency, US, EU, and Singapore. It's giving me an amber risk. Training data use, giving me red. Customer data is used to train Acme's AI models by default. You can opt out, but you need to know. Liability terms are red. Data breach notification is green. Exit rights and data portability is amber. Third-party subprocessors, amber. Regulatory compliance, amber. And you can download that as a PDF. There we go. Very cool. Now, as I said, that this is not the end. You can now start fiddling with this. You can change it. One of the things I'm going to do is say the interface needs to look more professional, clean up the styling, dark navy background, white text, make the red, amber, green indicators visually clear, rebuild it. It will go off and it will do those. I guess what I'm showing you here is that by using Claude Code, and don't forget all of the step-by-step guidance on how to create something like this. You can create whatever you want, how to create something like this, how to edit it, etc. will be in the link. Download it, have a play. This is very, very cool. It might feel like a step if you've never done coding before, if you've never built anything using AI. It might feel like a big step, but I promise you, it's relatively straightforward. And suddenly, once you get that energy that you can build whatever you want, it's very cool. I built multiple apps, multiple tools that I use in my business using Claude Code. Very, very cool. And there we go. It's changed the look and feel. You could change it to whatever you wanted. That's the really cool thing. One of the things you have to be careful of is that you can just go down the rabbit hole of fiddling and making stuff better and better all the time. And you can suddenly find you've wasted half a day because this is such good fun. It feels creative. You get something at the end of it that's useful to you, well worth doing. Have a go at it. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. There's loads more videos on there. And I'll put a link down below to my newsletter. So if you want to sign up for that, you get a weekly update of what's going on with me and in the world of AI. Go to the website. There are tons and tons of resources there to get you going. This one will be there when this video goes out. I've been the Professor. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.